Hey, buddy, look who's back. It's Mr. Chair. Don't worry, it's temporary. But before I get into this video, I have to show you something. Do you see what's missing? What was it? It was a map of Azeroth from World of Warcraft, and it's gone now. Why is it gone, you ask? That's a great question. Look at this. Can't get it all to you. Isn't that amazing? This is the picture that J-Girl made for us. And it's on canvas. And it's amazing. Isn't that great? So we're going to hang it up later. It's super official now. Check this out. This is from my buddy Chris, fellow Couchy. And while you're sitting there watching while I ramble, big virtual hug cereal bowl for Chris. Lots of love coming your way. We're getting into a big one today. I'm not going to waste much time. I'm not going to waste much more time. I've got my Couch Captain bracelet on from Anna. I've got my BTS and Army necklace from Gwen. I've got my Army shirt from Chris. I've got my BTS mug. I've got the whole family. Mail time coming up soon today. I've got the Pamelite on and ready. We've got the couch canvas ready to go. We've got the guns with us. I think we're ready. First things first. On Twitter, I gave you the clue. Matilda met Leon. Alice met Dan, and Lena lost her husband. If you find the connection between these three women, Darren may lead you to my upcoming video. Matilda met Leon. Alice met Dan, and Lena lost her husband. If you find the connection between these three women, Darren may lead you to my upcoming video.
심장이 뛰지 않는데 너는 음악을 들을 때 또 trying to pull up 시간이 멈춘 듯해 Oh that will be my first thing I'll be nowhere so afraid
이게 나를 더 못 들린다면 내 가슴을 더 떨리게 못한다면 어쩜 이렇게 한 번 죽겠지 아마 But if the moment's right now, right now 귓가에 느린 심장 소리만 뻥뻥뻥 벗어만 해도 그 입속으로 점점점 어떤 노래도 와닿지 못해 소리 없는 소리들네 모든 빛이 침묵하는 바닥에 이리는 내 발목을 또 잡아 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 Killing me now, killing me now Do you hear me? 홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나 몸부림쳐 빠졌어 방이 바닥난다 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 Feeling me now, feeling me now Do you hear me?
Whoa!
그냥 take a go deeper 자꾸 초점을 잃어 이제 너한테 싫어 차라리 내 맘 녹아게 내가 뛰어들어갈게 가장 깊은 곳에서 나는 날 봤어 천천히 난 눈을 떠 여기 나의 작업실 내 스튜디오 거실 파도 깜깜하게 나를 스쳐줘 절대 끌려가지 않을 거야 다시 또 inside 알았어 귓가에 빠른 심장 소리만 뻔뻔뻔 두 눈을 뜨고 나의 숲으로 점점점 그것도 내 삼킬 순 없어 힘껏 내 소리 질러 모든 빛을 침묵하는 바닥에 길이는 내 발목을 또 잡아 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 Killing me now do you hear me 홀린 듯 천천히 가다는 장난 몸부림쳐 봐도 사방이 바닥나 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 Feeling me now do you hear me
Nope. Not even gonna entertain the idea. We have some decoding to do. Okay, first things first. I'm not even gonna comment on the video yet. I want to get right into the lyrics. Oh, there's a James Corden version. That's going to be Patreon all over again. I'm not doing that. Not yet, anyway. Okay. There's a storyline. Whoa. Don't tell me everything. What are you doing? Wow, I want the lyrics. This is crazy. I'm getting irritated immediately. I just want the lyrics. Okay, so got the lyrics. Do your thing with me now. What's my thing? What's my thing? Tell me now. Yeah. The heart does not beat anymore when listening to music. Trying to pull up. It feels like time has stopped. Oh, that would be my first death. I've been always afraid of. That would be my first death I've been always afraid of. If this can no longer make me cry, if this can no longer make my heart flutter, perhaps this will be how I die once. But what if that moment's right now? In my ears are only slow heartbeats. Bump, bump, bump. I try to escape, but into the maw, jump, jump, jump. No song can reach me anymore. I cry out a silent cry. See where all light sinks into silence. Yeah. It again seizes my ankle that lost the path. Yeah. No sound can reach me. Killing me now. Do you hear me? Yeah. As if I'm bewitched. I slowly sink down. Though I try struggling, I'm at the bottom of the sea. Every moment becomes eternity. Film it now. Do you hear me? Yeah. Do your thing with me now. It's so literal. Thang. Tell me now. What's my thing? Tell me now. Deeper. Yeah, I think I'm going deeper. I keep losing focus. Now let go of me. I hate this. I'd rather go on my own feet. I'll jump into it. At the deepest, I saw myself. Slowly, I opened my eyes. This is my workroom, my studio. Even if harsh waves brush against me in the darkness, I will never get dragged away again. Inside, I saw myself. In my ears are only fast heartbeats. Bump, bump, bump. With my eyes open, into my forest. Jump, jump, jump. Nothing can swallow me. I cry out with all my strength. See where all the light sinks into silence. It again seizes my ankle that lost the path. No sound can reach me. Killing me now, do you hear me? Yeah. As if I'm bewitched, I slowly sink down. Though I try struggling, I'm at the bottom of the sea. Every moment becomes eternity. Film it now. Do you hear me? Do your thing with me now. Where's my thing? Tell me now. Tell me now. Okay. There appeared to be spoilers littered through that thing. And I could be wrong. Sorry, through that thing. I could be wrong, but that was really, really risky. Okay, so now that we have the lyrics, I want to go back and watch it again. So now I have kind of an understanding of at least the words. Let's go. And you know what? This might not even really be decoding. Maybe I'm thinking of another video, but I'm going to tear this thing apart either way. Classical guitar. Ooh, it's so full sounding. It's so vibrant. Oh, I love that. That artistic display is so simple, but it's brilliant. Wow. That's great. Oh, okay, all right. So we got some black suits, we got some white suits. We know they're talking about death, first death. We've got this shadow. Okay, and then right behind Junie, we've got some kind of shadow, if it's dancing or if this can no longer... Okay, now this was one of the alternate translations, that it wasn't, if this doesn't make me cry anymore, it's if this can no longer resonate with me. So that can kind of tie into the death aspect. This interpretive dance, I love that. And I do that. I'm not even kidding you when I say I do this. I'm not good at it, but I love doing it. And there's like this little trick that some freestyle dancers will tell you. Now, I say it's a trick, like people do it and they know about it. I do it. It kind of works for me. And I know of at least one other person that has said that they've done it, so I guess I just assumed it's common. Like a rambling again. But when you dance like interpretive like this, it's good to have kind of a story, like a scene in your mind, and you're essentially very abstractly acting out that scene. And that helps you vary your movements a lot more. Now, sometimes the dance can be very programmed and methodical, and you have to follow it, in sync or by the process. But if it's freestyle, it's good to have a scene in your head and just go from there. Like literally could be as easy as you're walking into the kitchen, you open the fridge, you get something out, you eat it or drink it, and then it makes you experience a new world. Those basic movements. And it's not like you're miming. You're not walking in like... No, it's not like that. It's very abstract. So walking into the kitchen, you're walking in and then you reach for the fridge and you open the door. It can be very, very broad and abstract, but it helps your body to make bigger movements. That took way too long to explain. Now, what is this? This is something. So Black Swan, we're seeing some dance moves that are kind of, that Napoleon Dynamite kind of bird. And now we've got this, we've got the feathers. Wow! Oh, sound effect was amazing too. It's like you could feel the air moving. Jin is beautiful. I mean, I know he's worldwide handsome. I got it. But Jin is beautiful. Back a little bit. It's a nice touch with the mirrors. He turns and looks back. None of the reflections do. Why? I get these vibes of so if the black attire represents death and the white attire represents life, and we're not going from life to death attire-wise. We start off... Wait a second. Okay, so we start off with life. Life. And now we're at death. I'm just entertaining this theory here. Oh man, I feel like there's something right there. Okay, so first death. If we're going back and forth between life and death, so reincarnation, some kind of like rebirth. What if that moment's right now? And then a couple times we see this gesture in some way.
But if the moment's right now, 귓가에 느린 심장 소리만 뻥뻥뻥 벗어나래도 그 입속으로 점점점 어떤 노래도 와닿지 못해 소리 없는 소리들래 모든 빛이 침묵하는 바다에 이리는 내 발목을 또 잡아 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 Killing me now, killing me now Do you hear me? 홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나 몸부림쳐 봐도 사방이 바닥나 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 Feeling me now, feeling me now Do you hear me?
I don't know what Black Swan represents. I don't know if this is a cultural thing. I've never seen the movie. Black Swan. I mean, the lyrics suggest this. I don't know if it's representative of death itself, of being, the song, like, this won't resonate with you anymore. There's silence. There's, like, I can't cry out loud, whatever. Or if that is like the struggle with death that we have, the fact that we're afraid of it.
자꾸 초점을 잃어 이제 너 좀 싫어 차라리 내 맘 녹아게 내가 뛰어들어갈게 가장 깊은 곳에서 나는 날 봤어 천천히 난 눈을 떠 여기 나의 작업실 내 스튜디오 거센 파도 깜깜하게 나를 스쳐줘 절대 끌려가지 않을 거야 다시 또 inside 아슴아슴아슴 귓가에 빠른 심장 소리만 뻥뻥뻥 두 눈을 뜨고 나의 숲으로 점점점 그 무엇도 내 삼킬 순 없어 힘껏 내 소리 질러 모든 빛을 침묵하는 바다에 길이는 내 발목을 또 잡아 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 Killing me now, killing me now Do you hear me? 홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나 몸부림쳐 봐도 사방이 바닥나 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 Feeling me now, feeling me now Do you hear me?
looked like. You know, they say go to the light. It's just something you hear people say, or stay away from the light. It's very afterlife-esque. I honestly don't know how much deeper I could go with that. I mean, I will say, I wish before I had even thought about decoding this, I wish I had just watched it for the sake of watching it. The song is great. It's like this hybrid of, I don't even know what words to put in there to fill in the blanks with. But it's so like smooth. And so the classical guitar, the harmonies of the voices, ooh, I like that. Like, I feel like I have the idea, I have the theme of it, but there's a lot missing. Like, I feel there's little pieces of symbolism and gestures that are in there that I'm not catching. Life to death, first life, reincarnation, rebirth. This neck thing is getting me. And like, this may be how I die my first death.
But what if the moment's right now, right now? 귓가에 있는 이 심장 소리만 뻥뻥뻥 벗어나려도 그 입속으로
Try to flee, but back into the maw.
점점점 어떤 노래 또 왔다지.
And there's like multiple scenes, you know, there's some solo scenes where, is that Jimin? I think it's Jimin. So Jimin is in white. We have other solo scenes. I don't know if it's V. V was wearing the corset. Oh, JK. So JK is wearing the corset, and I guess, but I think Jimin was the one with the wings, right? Never gonna find it this way. That's okay. Okay, so that being said, I wonder if I can get more information from the other one. There was another one. There was another version. You know, somebody had mentioned this other version. It's Black Swan art film performed by MN Dance Company. I don't know who that is, but somebody had mentioned this, and I'm wondering if there's more information I can gather from it. I think no matter what, no matter where I land with this, I want to go back to the original video and watch it straight through. No captions, just visuals. A dancer dies twice. Once when they stop dancing, and this first death is the more painful. Martha Graham. Now, I can't assume that has anything to do with the original song. It might, but I can't assume.
심장이 뛰지 않는데 너는 음악을 들을 때 I'm trying to pull up 시간이 멈춘 듯해 Oh that could be my first day I've been always afraid of
이게 나를 더 못 뚫는다면 내 가슴을 더 떨리게 못한다면 어쩜 이렇게 한번 죽겠지 아마 But what if the moment's right now, right now 귓가에 느린 심장 소리만 뻔뻔뻔 벗어나려도 그 입속으로 점점점
어떤 노래도 알아듣지 못해 소리 없는 소리 질러
모든 빛이 침묵하는 바닥에 yeah, yeah. 길 잃은 내 발목을 또 잡아 yeah, yeah, yeah.
어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 yeah, yeah, yeah. Killing me now, killing me now Do you hear me girl
호는 듯 천천히 가라앉아 난
Wow, I got wicked chills. Wicked chills on that. Look at this shot. Wow. It's chilling.
난 몸부림쳐 바르서 방이 바닥난다 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 yeah, yeah, yeah. Feeling me now, feeling me now Do you hear me yeah Deeper, yeah I'm deep gon' deeper 자꾸 초점을 잃어 이제 너와 좀 싫어 차라리 내 맘 녹아게 내가 뛰어들어갈게 가장 깊은 곳에서 나는 날 봤어 천천히 넌 오늘도 여기 나의 작업실 내 스튜디오 거실 파도 깜깜하게 나를 스쳐줘 절대 끌려가지 않을 거야 다시 또 inside myself 귓가에 빠른 심장 소리만 뻔뻔뻔 두 눈을 뜨고 나의 숲으로 점점점 그 무엇도 날 삼킬 순 없어
Oh man, I got some stuff to say about this one.
이건 내 소리 질러
That's probably the quietest I have ever been in my life. Wow, that was magnificent. Wow. Okay. Let me tell you what I gather from this. First of all, props to MN Dance Company and the crew that produced this. And I'm talking the film crew, everybody behind the scenes. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The lens choices, the angles, the composition of the shots. Oh, that is how you filmed that video. So perfectly done. Let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so here's what I think symbolically. Now that I have seen the whole thing, and I'm hoping that me breaking this down will help me understand the original Black Swan from BTS, maybe. If not, either way, I'm having a blast. So I think that we have the last guy, okay, the last person here, this guy. He is obviously, let's just say for the sake of this breakdown, he's us. He's you, he's me, okay? He's us. This group of 6 people is a representation of death. And I don't mean like big scary death. I just mean death. You stop your physical being. Okay? That's death. Now, I don't know if it's an American thing. I will claim full ignorance here. But could there also be another level to the fact that there are 6 of them? And when in American culture, usually in a funeral or memorial service, 6 people will carry the casket. I don't know. And what I think is interesting is there's the 6 of them, and they're leading us, okay? They're leading us somewhere. And we have no choice but to follow. This is the moment where you turn and face death. The dancer is amazing too. The physical control and the body awareness, the spatial awareness, spectacular. So this is something Black Swan-esque. Like, I still don't know what Black Swan is, but I see the wings. I see like the formation of more wings, maybe smaller wings, feathers, maybe.
심장이 뛰지 않는데 너는 음악을 들을 때 I'm trying to pull up 시간이 멈춘 듯해 어제도 비
See, I feel like this is kind of like, if we're looking at us living our lives, right now we're just getting beaten down, right? We're literally like, they're stepping on us, they're kicking us. There's no getting away from it.
My first days I've been over myself
Holding us down.
이게 나를 더 못 돌린다면 내 가슴을 더 털리게 못한다면 어쩜 이렇게 한번
Sometimes the darkness has full control.
속겠지 아마 But what if the moment's right now, right now 귓가에 있는 이 심장 소리만 뻥뻥뻥 벗어나려도 그 엽속으로 점점점 어떤 노래도 알아듣지 못해 소리 없는 소리 질러 모든 빛이
Oh, this was the first part that took my breath away. This was amazing. I thought the set was a nice choice and very symbolic of the message they were. I think they're trying to portray, or the feeling, I guess, is the way to put it. But these lights and what I think is the symbolism behind it, oh, magnificent. So I think this is symbolic of like, we want to live so generally, so badly. We're fighting to get out of this box. Like inside this picture right here, you look at, let's just say that the people in black are death. They are the darkness that represents death. We're always trying to like fight death and cheat death and medications and like all kinds of stuff. We're trying to get away from it. So here, it's so vivid and so powerful because we are trying so hard to get away, to break out of it. And this right here, this image is so strong. Like, we're trying everything we can, and we're literally just going nowhere. Like, the darkness just has a hold of us. And I'm sure this could be also de-escalated to a level of depression or sadness, right? But can also be escalated to death. I mean, how many of you have ever been to a point of depression where you feel like you can't get away from it? It is you. You have become the depression, the darkness. You feel more comfortable being depressed than you do not being depressed. I've been there. I know that feeling. I know what it's like to live that way. But I'm not that way now, which tells you that, just like BTS says, there is a spring day. There is a way out of that. That line, did you read that? No, just let go of me. Let my own feet carry me. I'll go in myself. This is deep. Now this part I think is really, really intriguing. This part is kind of like we finally break out of that. Let's just say that is the darkness, right? That we're trying to break out of. We finally break out of the darkness, whether it's depression or like near death, sickness, whatever. We break out of it. And watch what happens here. So we ward off the darkness. Watch the strength that he just pushes them away. And right here, he starts to run. And no matter what, death and the darkness is chasing us. We fight back, we ward it off, but no matter what, let's be honest, like, we're all gonna die someday. that last line got me too. It said, I shout out with ferocity. And I'll just say this, that reminds me of when I lost one of my closest friends in 2003, and I went to his military funeral, and they played taps. I fell apart. I was crushed. And I had lost a lot of friends, like within a month. It's like you have this moment where you realize no matter how badly you want something, i.e. them to come back, for this not to have happened, there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. So this I scream out with ferocity, for me, resonates to, like, there's literally nothing I can do. I can scream and carry on as much as I want, but there's literally nothing I can do about it. I'm sure some could claim some religious symbolism here, but I don't think that's this.
모든 빛을 침묵하는 바닥에 길 잃은 내 발목을 또 잡아 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 Killing me now throw your hammer holding it 천천히.
This is beautiful. This shot. So we went from this master shot. This is what's known as a master shot because we are getting, this is everything. This is everything that we need to be seeing. And then if we need to, we can get close-up shots or we can get medium shots of people's, torsos and heads. But we go from this shot, which is all this information, and we're kind of detached because you see how far we are. But then this is what's so good about who put this together. We go right up to this wide angle shot that puts us right in the middle of it, and it kind of distorts it because that's what wide angle lenses do. They kind of distort the image because they're so close and the lens is curved.
Killing me now throw your hammer holding it 천천히.
Right here.
가다른 나 몸부림 좁아서 빨리 받아 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼
I feel like this is another battle with death. This is another representation of, and maybe there was this transition or transformation where he was coming down the stairs. That was the first death, and then now he's in a new life, or we're in a new life, however you want to put it. And then it just begins again.
Feeling me now throw your hammer
This right here is so beautiful. The close-up shot, the wide angle, and we are literally right in the middle of it. There's people all around us. And this is like when it just embraces you. The perfect way to end that. He's flapping his wings, the camera goes up. Magnificent. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch the original. I don't need the captions. me just theorize for a moment. Who's to say this isn't us? Like, and I'll just say, and however you want to put it, you say in the womb or before that, or let's just say in the womb. All by ourselves in the womb. And we see I think we established this was Jimin, if I remember correctly. And he's got the feathers. This is a marker for us. The moment of birth. Wait. Right there. Right there. That's the moment of birth. And then what happens once we cross the birth canal? Doctor stuff. Now we're in a room full of people. Maybe? Even if I'm way wrong. It's still interesting though, right? This is so fun. I love this stuff.
심장이 뛰지 않는데 너는 음악을 들을 때 또 trying to pull up 시간이 멈춘 듯해 Oh that will be my first thing I'll be nowhere so afraid of
이게 나를 더 못 돌린다면 내 가슴을 더 떨리게 못한다면 어쩜 이렇게 한번 죽겠지 아마 But if the moment's right now, right now 귓가에 느린 심장 소리만 bum 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 벗어나 해도 그 입속으로 점점점 어떤 노래도 와닿지 못해 소리 없는 소리 질러 모든 빛이 침묵하는 바다 yeah 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 이리는 내 발목을 또 잡아 yeah 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 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 yeah 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 Killing me now do you hear me yeah 홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나나나 몸부림쳐 봐도 사방이 바닥나나 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 yeah 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 Feeling me now do you hear me yeah
This staircase. This staircase is something. Is that like transcendence? Enlightenment? Not enlightenment. But is it like a crossover? I do think also, if this is about life and us living our lives and there's, death involved and we're always running from death or whatever the case might be, I do think it's really apropos, if you will, that this is all takes place in a theater. The theater of life, right?
Deeper, yeah I'm taking on deeper 자꾸 초점을 잃어 이제 너한테 싫어 차라리 내 맘 녹아게 내가 뛰어들어갈게 가장 깊은 곳에서 나는 날 봤어 천천히 난 눈을 떠 여기 나의 작업실 내 스튜디오 거센 파도 깜깜하게 나를 스쳐줘 절대 끌려가지 않을 거야 다시 또 inside 아슴아슴아슴 귓가에 빠른 심장 소리만 뻥뻥뻥 두 눈을 뜨고 나의 숲으로 점점점 유언도 내 삼킬 순 없어 힘껏 내 소리 질러 모든 빛을 침묵하는 바닥에 yeah, yeah. 길이는 내 발목을 또 잡아 yeah, yeah, yeah. 어떤 소리도 들리지 않아 yeah, yeah, yeah. Killing me now do you hear me yeah 홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아
Y'all gotta tell me. I'm just assuming this is Jimin because I know Jimin had a contemporary training, I guess. So I'm just assuming that this is him. If it's not, confirm it either way. Confirm, deconfirm, debunk, whatever. Let me know who this is.
Killing me now, do you hear me? Yeah. 홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나나나 몸부림쳐 봐도
Was he not in the mirror anymore?
홀린 듯 천천히 가라앉아 나나나 몸부림쳐 봐도 사방이 바닥나나 모든 순간들이 영원히 돼 yeah 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 Feeling me now
I don't understand the film it now. I don't know if that is something or not, or either way, I got nothing for that. But I love the song. The video is like deep, like really, like I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff, and I might not be. I might be overthinking it completely, but if I'm even remotely right, and this is on the lines of life, death, rebirth, oh man, yeah, there's so much, like, there's so many, and then, like, you know, life is a theater, or life is a play, or something to that effect. Oh, I do love this stuff. I'm wondering if is there an explanation video? Bookish theories. Ooh, okay, it's 10 minutes. Explained with full theory. Wait a second, that doesn't seem right. Black Swan music video explained. It's 10 minutes. Lyrics and film analysis from Bookish theories. That was 2 years ago. This one was 1 year ago. Breakdown and analysis. Also the corsets. Oh man. I feel like I'm already pushing it with this. If I watch this is going to be the longest video I've ever done. So we've got 1 year ago, we got 2 years ago. Oh, there's a making of. Oh, man. I can't do both. I don't think this is going to have subs. Oh.
인간의 블랙스완 뮤비가 지금부터 시작됩니다. 저는 개인 촬영 첫 번째 순서여서 먼저 촬영하게 되었고요. 제가 흑조로 변하기 전의 모습을, 그 감정을 담은 춤들을 지금 가녀린 백주. 어디서 해요? 진짜 저기서 하는 거야. 그러니까 너의 그 바이브가 필요한 거야. 그림자에서 나오는 바이브 막.
지민이가 저의 그림자를.
와우.
여기 망한 극장이라면서요? 그 수영장 같은데. 무슨 불타 찍은 수영장. 흑조가 된 거죠. 예술의 흑염룡이 이제 나타난 거지.
아, 모든 빛이 침묵하는 바다. 예예예. 여기 서서 하면 되게 멋있게 나온다. 야 근데 이거 힘줘가지고 바들바들 떨리는데. 어떤 느낌을 나올지 되게 궁금하고.
Great shot.
아 페이스 굿이야 얘들아.
야 근데
아 오자 이제 가자.
흰 백조를 표현하는 그런 안무를 찍고 있습니다.
자, 진씨.
네.
자, 오늘 기분 어떠십니까?
아 오늘 기분
아 이제 가도 될 것 같아.
지금 가도 될 것 같습니다. 네.
진씨.
네.
이게 바로
최선을 다해
밀착 취재구나.
네.
열심히 하도록 하겠습니다.
밀착 취재네.
네.
상반된 옷으로 안무를 하니까 즐겁게 이 뮤비를 감상하실 수 있을 거예요.
이튿날 블랙스완 뮤직비디오 촬영이 끝이 났습니다.
다들 예상 못했을 수도 있어요.
아마
뮤비가 나온가 안 나온가
예상 못하신 분.
네. 나오면 분명 좋아할 것 같아요.
그러니까 저희가 이렇게 맨발로 또 춤을 추는 건 처음.
Man, I almost commented on the barefoot. I was gonna say, I love that they're dancing barefoot. It just looks fun. It looks liberating.
인데요.
짝이랑 해야죠.
네.
내일 촬영도 잘해봅시다, 여러분들. 네.
내일까지
기대가
하면
됩니다.
여러분들이 되게 좋아할 수 있는 영상이 나올 수 있을 것 같으니까요.
좋은 촬영이 될 것 같아요.
내일
오케이.
봅시다.
See you tomorrow. 여기 미국이니까 영어로.
오케이.
하나, 둘, 셋.
바이바이.
블랙스완 이틀차.
뮤비 시작입니다.
아, 네, 블랙스완 시작입니다. 네, 정말. 이 멘트를 누가 먼저 하기로 했나? 누구 걸 쓸 것인가?
가시죠.
심장이 뛰지 않는데 너는 음악을 들을 때 I'm trying to pull up 시간이 멈춘 듯해 Oh that will be my first
이거보다 더 잘 나올 것 같지 않은데
Yeah, see, you gotta trust your actors. Because it looked like V said, let me do it one more time. And the director said, it doesn't get any better than this. Even if it's not better, you still gotta catch it.
Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
여기 뭐 하는 데였을까요?
화장 치는 데인가?
라고 하면 저죠. WWH.
All right, so before this moves on, I'm gonna tell you how they get this shot, in case you didn't know. So right here, we know in the video, he walks up, looks at himself. We see him, his mirror, his reflection responding to his movements. And then he turns and looks back, and the mirror reflections, all the reflections do not. Here's how they do that. Okay, right here. He walked up. We've got the camera filming him. He walks up. We pause. We can take, if you look at these lines right here, let's say the trim or the frame of this mirror. I don't know if you can see that right there. And then let's say this one right over here, just as an example. I don't know if this is exactly how they did it, but you get the idea. Take this, and you're basically going to create two different shots. Jin in the middle will be one shot. And then the outside, basically everything outside of, to the right of this and to the left of this will be the second shot. And we're either going to freeze that or we're going to set it down to a very low speed. So it might still move a little bit, but most likely it's just going to stay static. So that way, the center where Jin is moving normal speed. But everything to the right of this and to the left of this is frozen. And that's why when he walks up, he stops, he continues to turn around, but the second shot of his reflections stay completely still. We've just created two shots. We're allowing some of it, right here in the middle, to stay at 100% speed, or whatever speed it's running at. Could be a slightly slower shot, 80%. But then the rest of it is basically just flat. And that's why it looks like he doesn't turn around in the mirrors.
라고 하면 저죠. WWH.
특별한 곳에서 촬영을 하는 거니까 모든 게 다 의미가 있었고요.
그러지. 블랙 스완이 되는.
저는 그림자 역할합니다, 여러분. 살짝 멋있어야겠다. 내가 보이는 그림자가 다르게 나오는구나. 현생 극장이라고 하는데 렌트해서 잘 어울리고
정말 저희가 안 했던 기기도 하고 여러 가지 깃발을 추진하고 좀 새롭기도 했지만 조금 신선한 경험이고 좀 힘들기도 했던 것 같아요.
저희가 살면서 처음으로 해외 촬영했죠. 그렇죠. 단체로서는 처음으로 이렇게 해외에서 뮤직비디오를 찍는 건데.
Fun fact, this was the first music video they filmed overseas as a group.
사실 여기가 유명한 곳이에요.
네, 맞아요.
되게 유명한 곳이에요. 되게 이런 곳에서 나오는 것 같아요. 팬 여러분들 되게 좋아하시죠.
뮤직비디오 기대 많이 해주십시오.
That was really interesting. I enjoyed that. Just fun to see him behind the scenes and seeing things work. Because, I mean, kind of what you're watching is, when I'm on set, that's kind of the stuff that's happening. I mean, we've got the jib with the camera that slides around, and we've got the drones, and which, not, there weren't any drones here that I could see, but you get the point. You know what? It's already like an hour and 12 minutes or something. So let's just do one more. We're going to go for the Black Swan music video, meaning explained. So if you don't want it explained for you, now's the time to cut this off because I'm about to watch the video. This is by Bookish Theories. But out of curiosity, let me just see. A deep interpretation, that's on. Things you didn't notice, nope. Nope. Okay, but we're going with Bookish Theories 1 year ago. Ooh, that was loud.
Hello and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video I would like to talk about BTS's Black Swan surprise music video, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of the MV while I try not to get distracted by the visuals. Since I already did 2 videos about Black Swan, if you want to know more about the lyrics, the choreography and the symbolism they've used in the concept, I will leave the links in the description down below for you to check out in your own time. But for now, let's focus on the video.
Wait, just the corsets? I don't want to just know about the corsets. I want to know about the visuals and stuff. That must have been the first one that I saw from 2 years ago. There we go. All right, so this is also Bookish Theories. This is Black Swan, Meaning Explained, lyrics, and the dance company one that we watched. Breakdown and analysis. 12 minutes. Hope you got time.
Hello and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video I would
Hold on, let me get my subtitles going here.
like to talk about BTS's Black Swan, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of both the lyrics and the art film performed by the M Dance Company. Now, Black Swan is quite different from what we are used to when it comes to BTS's music. But judging by the artistic concept they've been following up to this point, BTS seems to be exploring their artistic identity by engaging with different forms of art to better express themselves. Black Swan opens with a quote by Martha Graham that says, "A dancer dies twice, once when they stop dancing, and this first death is the more painful." Right off the bat, this is very interesting because this sentence immediately foreshadows the overall theme of the song as well as the performance. You see, Martha Graham was an American dancer and choreographer that is considered one of the pioneers of modern dancing. Her approach to art was very intense because she saw dancing as a form of expression that allowed the performer to be used by art in order to deliver a message. This is very important because by referencing her in the video, BTS are embracing this mindset and making it their own. You see, most of the time, art is beautiful and joyful. It brings people together and it brings happiness to the audience as well as the performers. But other times, it can be unpleasant and scary because self-expression requires sacrifice. If we go back and take a look at all the artistic references used in Interlude Shadow, the idea that BTS see themselves as conduit through which art can speak to you is actually very plausible. This view is not uncommon among artists and performers, but the problem here is that BTS's art ended up defining their identity almost completely. Now, you may ask, why is this a problem? Well, it's a problem because if your art is the only thing that defines you, if you happen to lose passion for it, then you are left with nothing else. Black Swan actually explores this idea by focusing on the fear associated with this loss. And in doing so, it opens the door to BTS's unconscious where their shadows reside. Back in the interlude, Suga defined their shadow as the negative side of their success. It was the loneliness, the pressure, and the anxiety associated with fame, but also the ambition to fly, which led them to be scared of falling. In the song, the shadow was inside of him, outside of him, and it was him, which is an idea that is eventually acknowledged by the end. Black Swan.
You see my spoiler face?
Swan continues to explore this concept by showing us how they deal with the question of identity as well as self-doubt. Now, the concept of the video seems to have been heavily inspired by the movie Black Swan, which, I'm warning you, I'm about to spoil. In the movie, Natalie Portman plays...
You know what, I don't want spoilers, and you might not either, so I'm going right to 5:30. Thank you very much, Bookish Theories, for that. Heads up.
BTS's Black Swan explores this idea by using the same artistic medium. At the beginning, the video opens with the performers taking their places in an abandoned building. This is the representation of BTS's identity stripped from all the glamour usually associated with them. It's bare, minimal, naked if you will, which implies that what is about to take place is a journey inside the most vulnerable side of themselves. This is confirmed by the initial movements made by the soloist. Here we see him literally transforming into the Black Swan while the shadows engulf him. And as the song begins to play, the choreography shows the swan's movement being led by the shadows. Even if at the beginning the shadows represent his wings, soon enough they take over him. They step on him, lift him up, and limit his movements to keep him as close to them as possible. This is the representation of what it feels like to be overwhelmed by your own shadow. And if we take a look at the lyrics, this actually makes a lot of sense. The song opens with them encouraging themselves to do their thing. But what is their thing exactly? Well, in the lyrics, they ask themselves the same question, because the problem here is that they don't know anymore. And right off the bat, this is very interesting. As shown in the choreography, the shadows that Yoongi defined in the interlude allow the Swan to do his thing, which is to fly. But the control they have on him hurts him and constricts him to the point that they literally move him around like a puppet. This is a visual representation of what BTS sang about in Fake Love, which is a song with instrumentals.
I can't have another spoiler right now. Fake Love is another one you guys have been talking about.
Are also referenced in Black Swan. You see, Black Swan here could almost be...
Come on, man. I can't do it. I want to know more, but I don't want 12 spoilers to figure out what's going on here. I really don't. I don't know what to do. Oh, man. You know what?
seen as a sequel of sorts to Fake Love. Back then, the boys talked about the sacrifices they had to make in order to please the audience and become the ideal that people wanted them to be. But here we finally see the consequences of their choices, which are far more severe than we could have expected. In the first verse, the focus is on them admitting that their greatest fear is actually becoming reality. It's about them losing their passion and their purpose, them experiencing the first death mentioned at the beginning, and expressing their sorrow and desperation in realizing that what defined them up to this point is something that no longer affects them. If you think about it, this is actually terrifying, because even if they are dying and trying to escape, they always end up back in the mall, which is the cage their success put them in. Now, this part here is insane, because the contrast between the lyrics and the choreography is absolutely incredible. You see, while in the lyrics they sing that they are drowning and that they are letting it happen because they are in a trance, in the video the Swan tries to escape from the cage as the shadows pull him back. This implies that even if they are dying, a part of them is still willing to fight. But the wings they have on them are too powerful now, so the only thing that they can do is to keep on flying while being constantly filmed. If you notice here, the motion of the Swan flying in the cage is completely controlled by the wings. The Swan is not flying willingly here, that's his shadows forcing him to follow their movement, and I'm honestly losing my mind over it, because the level of symbolism this single shot implies is just outstanding, to be honest. You see, throughout BTS's career, the wings were always a symbol of growth, a representation of their growing success that led them higher and higher as time went on. Initially, this metaphor was perceived as a positive one. It was them being thankful for the wings that they were given. But now things are different, and as it turns out, this is the reality that was always behind the scenes. What they are expressing now is not something that came up all of a sudden. In Blood, Sweat and Tears, for instance, the wings were already black, and V, which were...
Okay, that's it. Nope, sorry. Nope. Great video. Outstanding theory. Way too many spoilers for me. There's a storyline. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't tell me everything. What are you doing? Way too many spoilers for me. And I take full responsibility. That's on me because I don't want spoilers, but that was way too much. I just got like 18 spoilers for stuff I haven't seen yet. Man, bummer. Ugh. My own fault. That's what I get. So, Black Swan. Now, obviously, based on bookish theories, I wasn't way off, but I was not right on either. But the idea of the shadows and the negativity and the darkness and the trying to get away, interesting. I can't stop thinking about the dance company video. That was awesome. I think I'm kind of in shock from that last piece. But hopefully you enjoyed. I love tearing this stuff apart and trying to figure out what's what. I really do love that stuff. And this was a good one to do that with. And I'm very grateful that there was this dance company one, because then I got to see different pieces, different bits of information, and even just a different outlook, maybe, style. Wow. That interpretive dance. And now in my head, I'm going back to the BTS music video. It's fun. It's freeing. It's very just expressive. And clearly I'm an expressive guy. I hope you enjoyed. I really enjoyed this. I'm Roscoe. Look out for each other. We have a long journey ahead of us.